Let's cross live now to Uri Dromi, who is the general director of the Mishkanot Shanahamin Conference Center and a former Israeli government spokesperson. Thanks so much for joining us. Let me just ask you first what you make of this rift that's been created between the U.S. and Israel, given this resolution was actually largely symbolic.
Well, I can only lament the fact that our Prime Minister is continuing the line of having bad relations with an American president, American administration. I think one of the reasons why this UN resolution came to happen, or the lack of American veto, was really the bad relationship between Mr. Netanyahu and Mr. Obama. So I'm not pleased, and I think many in Israel are not happy with this kind of conduct.
While you say that many in Israel aren't happy with the conduct, some have said the reaction from Netanyahu and supporters is all about catering to hardliners in Israel. Do you see some truth to that?
It's true. It's, in poll after poll, 2 out of 3 Israelis say that they are for two-state solution. But actually, our government is led from behind by a hardliner who now say publicly that they are for annexing the territories. So there's some this connection between what really Israelis want and what this government pushed or out-cornered by hardliners is doing.
Possibly, though, another factor at play here. Do you think there's a fear that that symbolic resolution could build into something far more serious for Israel, particularly at this January 15th foreign ministers meeting coming up in Paris?
The January 15 conference is symbolic, but it adds to the UN resolution and to the growing consensus among nations of the world that they don't accept the rule of Israel over millions of Palestinians. So yes, there is a concern, and some sane voices in Israel, some people who have experience in past governments, are calling in today's papers for the government to show restraint and not act out of anger.
Do you think, though, ultimately Israel will see itself further isolated by the international community, or are they counting on President-elect Trump to kind of rectify the situation for them?
Many people here, especially Mr. Netanyahu and people who are around him, believe that with Mr. Trump in power, things will be different. I wouldn't count on Mr. Trump because I don't think he even knows how his foreign policy will be. So I wouldn't count on him.
Okay.
And can I just add one thing? I just watched your story on the Syrian kids, and our hearts go out for them. And there's now a campaign in Israel to raise money for Syrians who need humanitarian help, because nobody should remain indifferent to their plight and disaster.
Okay, good to hear that solidarity from Israel there. Thank you so much, Uri Dromi, for joining us.